No Excuse: The Power of Self-Discipline. Written by a New York Times bestseller author Brian Tracy. Part 23. Chapter 14. Self-Discipline and Problem Solving. Experience is not what happens to a man, it is what a man does with what happens to him. Said by Aldous Huxley. Thoughts are causes and conditions are effects. Therefore, their quality of your thinking, luxury demands are the quality of your life. The greatest mental practice is that you become what you think about most of the time. Top people every field are instantly solution opened. They think about solution most of the time instead of the getting boosted down into who did or did not do something or other. The most successful people in every field concentrate on their solutions and what can be done to solve the problem. The philosopher Luxord Khan once said, "A life is a continuous succession of problems like waves from the ocean. They are never stop. That means that your ability to practice self-discipline, self-mystery, and self-control when focused with your never-ending flow of problems. Difficulties, setbacks, and temporary failures will you experience is essential to your success in business and in life. Inevitable and unavoidable cares. Throughout your life, you will face a river of problems physically, financial, family business, and political. The only break is this never-ending chain of problems will be the occasionally cares. It is yet the living of the normal life. You will be probably experience 8 years every 2 or 3 months. And it is in their years that you truly demonstrate the quality of your personality and truth of your chapter. It is only when you face unexpected revelations and the setbacks that you show and what you are truly made of. All of the life is the test. The only questions for you is do or pros or fail. By their very nature, shares come undone. You have the no writing or ability to and practice then in advice. If you did it when be shares in their first place, obviously, or would you already be practiced when the invisible sears occurs more than at any other time? Self-discipline is required so sane, remain, climb and clear 100 in order to deal with the sears effectively. Perform at your best. When something goes wrong, the natural tendency of the most of the people is to become energy and log around the someone to blame. But that is the waste of your energy. It solves nothing. Instead, you must discipline yourself to remain calm, positive, and unemotional. When you face an unexpected problem of shares, discipline yourself to stay calm, to focus on this solution rather than the problem. Think is trumps what you can be done now, rather than thinking about how it occurred and who is the blame. Like an accident where someone is hurt, your focus on caring of the injured person, stopping the blaming and minimizing the damage before you start analyzing what and how it's happened. Practice self-discipline when dealing with problem and sears by immediately saying, I am responsible even if at my moment if you are responsibly only you're controlling your response. Keep your mind clear. People have developed the ability to respond effectively to sears to remain calm, relaxed and clear-eyed. The discipline themselves to stay control and are emotional. This enables them to think more clearly, to analyze the solution abstractly and to make better decisions. But the moment you become energy and upset, your knackers of your thinking brain shuts down. All the have left then it's your posthumous, your emotional brain. which thinks it trumps or fight. When your emotional brain is in sense, you think it trumps to block and right, yes or no, or doing something or doing nothing. You lose the ability to think in shades of gray and to look at all the different possible ways to deal with this particular solution. People realize that every problem is an opportunity to grow in self-control and personal confidence. In fact, you will rise in life to the true height of the problems that you are capable of solving. Stepping stones up to success. Some years ago, Dr. Luana Peter wrote a book called The Peter Principle. It was an amazing book with a controlled risk that cut too close to home. He writes that in every organization, people continue to be promoted until they reach an level where they are no longer competent to solve the problems at that level. That's where they stop and stay for the rest of their years. Furthermore, he pointed out that of this reason, every organization is eventually shaped by people who have reached their level of. That is especially true is government, and it is the primary reason why government is so and cost efficient, making it different to get anything done at all. That is unusually true in many large ventures. In your own principal life, you continue to raise in your company and your professions in direct proportion to your ability to solve the problems and make a necessary decisions at a level of your career. The good news is that when you think about solution most of the time, you train your brain to be instantly solution honored. No matter what problems or difficulties aside around you, your brain will be continuously seeking creative ways to solve the problem. As a result, you actually become smarter and quicker, with more your thinking brain available to you faster. If you went to learn a physical sport, brain be learning the basic moves and the more advanced moves. You practice those skills over and over again until you can be perform then and go through the mentions naturally and easily every time. To master the discipline of problem solving, you need to develop a formula or method and enables you to deal effectively with almost any platform you face in the causes your career or personal life. Fortunately, there are a proven formula of problem solving and decisions making that you can use in almost any solutions. Let's take a look. A 9-step method for solving problems effectively. Step 1. Take the time to define the problem clearly. In mid-decline, they state that accurate decisions is help the care. Therefore, you need to ask what exactly is the problem. It is absolutely amazing how several people can become upset about a problem in an organization, but every one of them has a difficult idea or definition of the exact nature of the problem they are facing. Your job is to essay clearly and to get anyone that agree with the definition of the problem before you move on the business of solving it. Step 2. Ask, it is really a problem? Remember, there are some things that you can do nothing about. They are not problems, they are merely facts of life. If interest rates is rise or prime mortgage market price, that is not a problem. It's not something that is amiable the solution. Instead, it is something that must be worked around and dealt with. Also, very often when appears to be a problem or a setback, actually an opportunity is decreased. Something the problem does not need to be solved at all. Instead, you are not free to do something completely different, which might be even better for your organizations. Step 3. Ask, what else is the problem? Be aware of any problem for which there is only one definition. The more ways you can define a problem, the more likely it is that you will find the best solution. When we work with the corporations, is what sales are below is desired level, we focused them to ask 20 on questions, all of which are different ways of restudying the problem. Is resettlement of the problem. It's abstract as the correct definition leads of different solution and often to a completely different direction for the organizations. For example, we will ask what is the problem and the first answer is our sales are too low. The next question is what else is the problem? Answer our computer sales are too high. Notice the difference. It is the problem is that your sales are too low. The solutions may be to increase your advertising and promotion and beef up your sales activities. If the definition is that your computer sales are too high, the answer may be improve your products, change your product line, lower your prices to get into a completely different business altogether. Be asking and answering a series of the questions like this. We eventually find the correct definition on that is stable to a workable solution. Step 4. Ask, how did this problem occur? Speak the unstated that causes the problem so you can ensure that does not happen again. It's your life or business. If your problem recurs repeatedly, it is the sign that your business is properly organized out of control in that area. There is a defect bullet into your streams that are causing the same problem to results. Your job is to find out why this happens repeatedly so you can solve their problem at its root. Step 5. Ask, what are all the possible solutions? The more possible solutions you develop, the more likely you will come up with the right one. The quality of the solution stems like the direct population of the quantity of the solutions considered is the problem solving. Be aware a problem for was there is only solution. Step 6. Ask, what is the best solution at this time? Something. Any solution is better than no solution, and our solutions visually expected is often superior and the excellent solution that cannot be incompleted because it is a consistency or because no one has the ability to expect it. And the rule is that fully 80% of your all problems should be default with immediately. Only 20% of problems need to be put off the later time. If you must put up a problem, set a specific deadline for making the decision on that problems and then make your decisions at that discipline with whatever information you have at that time. There is a rule that says that every large problem was only a small problem that could have been solved easily and easily that the time. Something the best strategy is to nip it the bound. When it is clear that there is a problem and solution, do what has to be done and do it quickly. Step 7. Make a decision. Select a solution, any solution, and then decide on it. Causes always asks, what is our next action? What we are going to have? Again, responsibility. Who exactly is going to carry out the solution of the different elements of the solutions? It is quite common for a group mate to solve a problem and agree on a solution, but where the group meets again 2 weeks later, it turns out that nothing has happened. Why? No answer was made, especially responsible to carrying out the decisions. Step 9. Set a measure for the decisions. What are you trying to emphasize with the decisions and how will we measure results? How will you know that's worked? The more eventually you can decline the result that you want to achieve the solution, the more likely that you will be achieve it. The big reward. The main reward you get for solving problems is the opportunity to solve bigger and more important problems. Your rate of pay and speed of promotion are therefore your forward movement in their career and legally determined by your problem solving ability. The more you focus on solutions, the more solutions you will be come up with, and the more visible your contribution will be to your organizations. The flip side of self-esteem is called self-efficiency. A level of self-energy is difficult as how competent you feel you are to solve your problems and achieve your goals. The more competent you feel you are to solve the problems and differences and daily life, the more you like yourself, the more you like yourself, the more confident you are competent you become in solving even lesser problems and getting even more important results. The determinant of your success. In your work, your problem solving ability largely determines everything you emphasize. People who are good at solving problems are some of the most valuable and the respect people in an area. For this reason, success has been defined as the ability to solving the problem. That also means that helpness are the ability to solve problems. Leadership is the ability to solve problems. When you practice self-discipline and self-control in face of the invisible and undividable problems and cases of the day-to-day life, you become more competent and effective in anything you do. You will be respected and esteemed by anyone around you. You will be experiencing a tremendous feeling of potential power of competence. It's no time at all. You will be become one of the most valuable people in your organizations. I invite you to listen to the next chapter of this book. Thanks for listening.